Hello, atheist. My name is Remigro. Welcome back to Phyllis Wright, Tribulations. We are going to course 7, Maya's, testimony. So yeah, let's begin. Freddy was also stuck on the inner temple side that night. The next morning she looked around but couldn't find anyone. Next day when I shook. So where did you think Pearl slept that night? In the spare prep room next to the training hall, I guess. There's a room that you can enter the training hall during the acolyte training. But if so, why did she go to the hall in the first place? His sister Pearl became very worried about Maya. She knew that the spiritual training was about to undergo so much intense. Pearl was supposed to channel Dahlia Hawthorne, but she couldn't do it. That's why she headed to the inner temple. However, Dahlia Hawthorne was already there, possessing the body of N6 Nim. She searched the entire inner temple side end to end. Well, you see, Pearlie gets scared when she's alone, and there weren't that many places to go. Look. She says that she even went back and forth several times. The inner temple side has two structures, the training hall and the spare prep room. And this was a storage shack, I think. That's about it. There was a storage shack, too. First was looking for other people, right? Would she have really examined the storage shack all that carefully? Well, if it was me, then that would have been first place to investigate. So that MISTY'S possible that someone would have been hiding in the storage shack. First, didn't hear the sound of them working on the bridge. What do you mean? I was just wondering why she would stay in the prep room. If it was me, I'd just go out and wait at the foot of the bridge. Oh, well, Pearl said she was sleeping at the time. She said she was so scared during the night that she couldn't sleep well and woke up a bunch of times. Poor girl. All alone like that. Well, we know that she had at least one friend in the second cavern, Dahlia Hawthorne, who was busy battling with the trick lock. She couldn't have let the one see her, so she wouldn't have shown herself to Pearls. What happened after the bridge was fixed? So it was your first time on the inner temple side, Mr. Goro? That's funny. Am I imagining things, or did the defense ask me a question? Mr. Wright, please save your question for the witness. What you hear from someone else is simply not admissible as a testimony. Those are your words, Your Honor. Touché, Mr. Wright. Oh well, what do you have to say, Mr. Goro? Hot nights and even hotter coffee. That's what they always say. If it had been for this case, I never would have visited there. A freezing cold temple in the mountains, a Tigger Pass. So he had never visited the House Temple or the Inner Temple, huh? Ha! You want to say on something, right? In any case, you have to find a crack in the Goro's armor. Why across the Seven Maya, that is. Very well, please go on with your testimony. After fixing the bridge, the policeman came over to the Inner Temple side, right? Yes, then, Mr. Goro. Is she up? That's what Pretty said. She said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Miss Goro. And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict. Ha! Cut it out. You'll make me blush. Oh, cut it out, you're making me blush. This guy is really beginning to get me on my nerves in more ways than one. The truth is there aren't many places to look in on the inner temple side. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with their fine-toothed combs, so I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way, Goro style. I'm in the same way. I like to handle verdicts in my own way, huge style. You don't sound very cool, old man. Maybe I should ask you a question. Phoenix style. You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? It looks like my investigation went as well as yours, Wright. After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern. Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles. The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall. Beauty? Mr. Feo, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes. Western tastes? Could you find a stranger way to describe gravy? So from there you headed for the prep room. Wait a sec. What did Goro just say now? I think he just found his probable speech plot. There's only one thing I've reported here. Where was Goro when the murder was taking place? Wait. Oh, yes. Miss Goro, the first time you crossed the Dusky Bridge, I went to the inner temple. Was long before the murder took place. Why do you say that? Because I just made one fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll and training hall. Hanging scroll? But Miss Goro is right! The scroll shows a picture from Mother. Maya, I know you know who it is, but here's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. What's this? What's that wonderfully delicious smell? The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy. Gravy? With my gravy, Nick? Because the gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Miss Goro, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have any way knowing that it was Mr. Faye. Wait a minute, Nick. Yes? Take a look at the hanging scroll. Look, at the top, there's a crest there. Oh, that is the mark of the master, correct? Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark, then you could guess that it was a picture of Mr. Field there. True, but Mr. Goro described that what was underneath like this. Clad in a stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue of aroma of Western taste. Oh, yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he wouldn't have known what she was wearing Japanese clothing. Miss Goro, on the day of the... sorry, my mic got plugged out, so yeah, let's begin again. You were hiding at the inner temple long before the crime took place. Can I ask you just one little thing, Wright? What is it? This whole theory of yours. It all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed. That's right! Otherwise there's no reason for him to sneak it onto the crime scene. Of course Mr. Goro knew about the plan. Huh? What do you say? Is it really possible that another person knew of the plan? This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan failed authored the plan for daughter's future, and these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fame Manor for a year. However, by the time little Pearls found these instructions, they would have been unsealed. Unsealed? Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how we knew the crime was to take place at the inner temple. And you're saying this crafty killer is me? You bet I am. But you said that the instructions were hidden. That's right. Mr. Goro could not know where the instructions were hidden. If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out. Yes, what was that? During a visit. A visit? Morgan Fay told her daughter, Pearl, about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to learn where they were hidden. You used to be on a visit to the detention center? Yes, it would be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Goro. Order! Mr. Goro, you're on the fire again! This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge, and you? You were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder. Humans are afraid of the dark, and yet, at the same time, we are fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee. Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean? I don't know your coffee logic here. It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid it in the temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all that just to protect this witness. That's right. If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl is not a mere stranger to me. I got no reason to go through the kind of trouble to protect her. And what you see, I'm certainly not the type to rescue a damsel in distress. The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect his witness life, his behavior is still a little too unnatural. However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Goro? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect his witness at all costs? I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick? Maya, I guess you were doing your best to cover for Goro. For the same reason, huh? Okay, try them all years. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you. What's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of the whole story. One person that ties you and Maya Fey together is unexpectedly Maya Fey. There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, wait a minute. She is Maya Fey's only sister. Maya Fey. You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. Wait a second here. Mr. Goro is a defense attorney? With your honest, piercing intellect, you must have figured out by now the real name of this man who calls himself Goro. His real name is Diego Armando. Is that right? The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago. Diego Armando! The name rings a bell! It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Flawless killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming, demoness secret in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense lawyer at the office where Mia worked at. It's my fault! It's all my fault that Mr. Fawless killed himself! Mia, you can cry it. Oh, that badass. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients, that pure sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dolly Hawthorne. Mia truly investigated a fake kidnapping incident. The one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria. Oh, I just remember. 6 years ago, right here in the courthouse, you were poisoned. Even I didn't see it coming. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee. Some newspaper at the time called it a murder, but very little information about the case was released to the press. But you weren't dead at all. No official reports were actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep coma. I see. My body shut down and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all of my hair turned white due to the damage caused. That's terrible. Apparently it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poisoned brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee. 5 years? You were asleep for 5 years? And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia was dead. I called it! I knew I was going to say that. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought they had. The woman I loved had been murdered, and the woman I loaded had been sentenced to death. The woman you loaded? The woman who had spanked my scalded hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne. Ha! Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up. That's so sad. For someone like me, for someone who had slept away the best days. There were only 2 reasons left to live. And that was for those two reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor. If I may ask, what were your two reasons to live? The first was you, Wright. Huh? Me? If I had drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey never would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault. It wasn't like that. I wanted to see for myself what kind of a man you really were. So that's why you became a prosecutor? My other reasons for living, she goes by the name of Mia Fey. Huh? You mean me? You were the only one. You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Current Village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in a perfect position to do something about her. That's how you overheard first visit with the Morgan at the detention center. I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to output the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up on it. That makes sense. If first I'd known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out. Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices. Accomplice? Says Iris of Hasakura Temple and Mr. Fey. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Perfect. But how did you contact my mother? She had been busy for almost 20 years. Officially, yes. What? What do you mean officially? You heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government. Now that you mention it, Becky did say something about that to an effect. She said it was the recruiter had a great authority. Even without an official position, Mr. Face still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of her position as a prosecutor. So my mother was cooperating with you? Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you. She was always... That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff. Her staff? The one with the sword in it? The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hasakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized then just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fay if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price. Mother... That night, the night of the crime, there was only just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. You mean pearls, don't you? We have to make sure she didn't channel Dolly Hawthorne. Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight? If you'd like, you can go to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. Oh, so that's why. Ah, okay. We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan, but she never showed up. She was warned in front of me in the temple. That was the thing we were most afraid of, and that's why Mr. Fay had to do the challenge herself. She channeled Dolly Hawthorne into her own body. What? What do you mean? If she channeled the spirit first, the person wouldn't be able to do it herself. Yeah. As Master of Kura, Mr. Fay's power was supreme, so that's how it went down. She channeled Dolly Hawthorne so that Pearl Fake wouldn't be able to. What? What? Is this true? My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Fey. That's why I hid myself in the temple. Just in case you needed to be safe from Dolly Hawthorne. Goro. Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to, Wright. Huh? There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense lawyer. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself. The background leading up to the incident has been laid bare. There is one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Fey? And I was sad to say, you, Mr. Goro. Well, Wright, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own. No, Nick, please don't. Maya, I heard the whole thing from a sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Goro. I can do it. I can testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia and me too. Maya, I know that. Nick. But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Miss Faye, your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I will know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips. I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick. Alright, young lady, tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder? Just before it happened, I think I saw red lights, 3 of them. I thought they asked for help, but just then it was splattered with the blood. She was dead though. She struck back to the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went off and the whole area was dark. Just at the moment there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and lost consciousness. These red lights? I thought you said you don't remember seeing them. I'm sorry. I thought you saw them. But then they disappeared all of a sudden. Ha! Things break, right? Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Mr. Fay? It looks like you still can prove it. Why you still tell the truth this time? I know it. The rest is up to me. Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Okay guys, you have to end this episode. I'm so dry in my mouth right now, but I was actually tearing up a little bit when Gordon was talking about his reason to live and all that. It's probably because of the soundtrack. But I was tearing up a little bit. Yeah, anyways, we're going to cross-examine Maya's testimony, the last testimony of hers. It is probably going to be the last episode next time, so yeah. So thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. Thank you for support as always. It really helps me a lot. And check out other videos that I made, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.